Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I'm going to share my what I've learned about IT, the knowledge about IT, and also for people who know nothing about IT, I can make you think like me on how I see IT. So yeah, it's not gonna describe about the modules specifically a lot, but it's going to help you, because IT people have misconceptions of IT. So yeah, let me get right into it, right? Sorry. Alright, in first year, this is what they do. I don't care whether you're in Wits, Rosebank College, whatever. This is like, in the first year, they teach you introduction to IT. So you're gonna hear this a lot. You're gonna hear where it says input, process, output, and storage. You'll hear this a lot, right? It's like when you are taking in something, processing it, output, and then storing it. So data is like pieces of puzzles. It's like pieces of a puzzle. Information is a full puzzle picture. An information system matches the puzzles. In other words, turns data into an information. There's a difference between information and data. Data is just messy stuff. Information is like those messy stuff are now organized. So what made it to be like that? It is actually an information system turning a data into an information. You see what I'm saying? So for example, that thing on WhatsApp that they do about polls, like sending links, asking your friends what do you think what do they think, what's your favorite color, and all these things like that. That's kind of like data in a way, but then information is the statistics on who got the highest score. It's like a graph. It's a final representation of something. Yeah, so now you understand. So like we do coding in first year. I was doing coding, like I created Windows applications like a calculator and many other things, but more specifically a calculator using Microsoft programming language such as Visual Basic, an old, boring, hard to learn for beginners. So Visual Basic is very complicated. I didn't like the language, but then when I went on to second year and third year learning about Java and C#, I enjoyed it. I loved it. But Visual Basic is it's rough. So that's what I was doing in second year. That's what I was doing in first year. I was creating a calculator in Visual Basic. Yeah. Programming. That was my first time programming ever. So in first year, they'll test you a lot. They want you to be good at end user computing, also known as computer literacy, which is your Word, Access, PowerPoint, Excel. Yeah. IT is not about hacking and fixing viruses. Those people that come to approach us and say, hey, help me fix my laptop, whatever. Hey, we don't know anything, but we're suffering from imposter syndrome, lying to ourselves that we can fix it. We just have to guess, but in reality, we don't. They don't teach us this type of things at school. That's something that you are trained at work, or you learn online, or things like that. It's a different route. The educational IT system doesn't want you to know how to hack and fix viruses, even fix viruses. Can you imagine? So IT is not about that. That's something else. That's something you need to teach yourself on the side. What IT is really about, it's about using technology. Technology is known as an information system in the academic version of IT. Other people say technology. Us, we say information system. Is using an information system to capture data, process that data, and turn it into an information and display it as an output in order to make business decisions and store that for future use. So what I do is I use my whatever app or whatever information system to capture those data and make sure it becomes an information, something reliable I can use, and I display it as an output so that when I look into it, it's displayed and I can see the information, and with that information I can make business decisions with it, and most likely I'll save it, I'll store it for future use in case if I need to use that information. I can go to the storage and I retrieve that information to see, oh, this is what I've been doing, this, yeah, so it saves time. Also, in first year you're going to learn about body parts of a computer called system software / operating system. I called it body parts to make it for people who are non-IT to understand where I'm coming with this. Body parts of a computer are the things that are inside your computer, such as your CPU, your RAM, your cache, virtual machines, the RAID. These things you do your own research, CPU is the brain of the computer, RAM is the what, cache is the what, whatever. Yeah. It's the body parts, bruh. And then you're also going to learn about the computer's social skills with other devices. This is called networks. So networks is all about communication. My laptop is connected to the router. That's communication. My laptop is Bluetooth connected to my phone. That's communication. And how does this happen with networks? What do you call all this? It's called networks. Yeah, but I called it social skills to make it more fun, to make it sound more fun. In second year, you're going to learn about databases. It's more practical. Remember, first year it's just introduction, making you get used to everything about IT, and second year is like, all right, learn about these databases. Databases is a heavy concept. It is a place, you learn about database. A database, it is a place where you store and edit large sets of values. A database is a computer's wardrobe basically. A database are used everywhere in order to identify a person or an object within a specific organization, school, work, hospital. The organization creates unique codes such as user ID in order to extract or keep your you special and organized in their database / system. So these organizations they create unique codes. Like you as a person, what matters? It's not just your name and surname. It's your ID number. By Home Affairs. Same applies to hospitals. What's important? It's your patient number or patient ID number, which the hospital's system created just for you. How they created it, they probably used something like, okay, because you're 20 years old, they put 20 in the first letters. Because this happened yesterday, they put it like 18. There's a reason why there's a combination of numbers. Just like matric, when you were writing matric, they didn't give a damn about your name and surname. They gave a damn about your matric number. That thing you always write on. Because in the first digits, I've noticed it describes probably province, and then as you go on later digits, it describes about which school it is, right? And then in the last two digits, like 01, it describes that, oh, you're the first student writing, you are in the first position of writing matric. You know what I'm saying? So, same applies with my student number. Your student number is more unique and important than your own name and surname. When you go to their accounts at Temelin, they always ask about your student number so that they could, once they research it in the database, it has your name, surname, your age, what you study, when was your last payments, things like that. So it's a primary key, this type of thing. If you do more further studies into databases, you're gonna learn about primary key, foreign key, things like that. So yeah, it's very important. And have you noticed like when I said in the first two digits 2020, it means that I registered at Demelin in 2020. Sometimes other people have 2021. It means that they registered in 2021, in the first four digits of the student number, and then in the other digits, it could have many reasons. The position of like student number what, things like that. So it's very unique and special. So basically, data in a database is about a person in general, things like that. So in a database, a car, what stands out as the number plate? It's not like, oh, it's a blue Nissan. No. So in second year, we use Microsoft Access and MySQL to create, manipulate, and store data in a database. A school uses a database to store the number of students enrolled at their institution, including staff members. Also, in second year, you're going to learn about web development, which is different from programming. Programming is more into application development, your offline application. Web development is like those creating websites, your online application. So you'll learn about web development. In second year, it's just a 1 year module to create websites. A web page is a single one page website. We use Notepad++ to create web pages. Scripting languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are very significant. These things are the standard way of creating a website. HTML can create words, tables, and display pictures. CSS can put some makeup on your website, like your colors, cool effects, things like that. JavaScript runs the website, such as clicking buttons to make the website display something, asking user to fill in the missing letters, like those things that happen on a website. They look like a robot. Like, that's because of JavaScript. It makes it work, like function, Then in third year, it's going to, whatever skills you learned in first year and third year, it's going to be, you'll still learn more skills in third year, but then it's mostly focused on applying that to the real work environment. So in third year, you're going to learn about how to communicate with clients. Like, customers and organizations come to you and ask you to build a software for them. For example, at Demelin Student Portal, you can't just start coding. It doesn't work like that. There are steps you need to take in order to make the system perfect. In third year, you will get project management skills. You will learn about project management in third year, which is currently what I'm doing. It's a first semester thing. So you will learn about project management. You'll get project management skills in order to manipulate time, make changes, and predict risks in the process of developing this project. Interview the user and understand what the system should do. Design a model helps you to see who will use the system and for what. Information Systems 3A teaches you to take steps. And software engineering is something I'm doing for 1 year. It's a new module for like third year. Okay, as I said, Information Systems 3A teaches you to take steps, and software engineering teaches you to design models and add quality to the software/system. You will be taught about use cases, UML, and ARDs. So use cases and ARDs, they were taught even last year. ARDs was in databases. Use cases was in another module called documentation. But then in third year, it's still gonna come up. It's like, especially on use cases, it's more elaborated. So you will be taught UML is something in software engineering. It's a new concept. It's a new designing method for me. So it's very useful. So you will be taught about use cases, UML, and ARDs. This will help you to see how the lecturer is beneficial to the student in the system. Designing using like use cases, UML, and ARDs, they help you to see the relationship between users. For example, Lecturer can upload notes to the system, which is useful for students. One lecturer teaches many students. One-to-many relationship. Designing, modeling a system helps us to view the functions of the system without coding it. It's like brainstorming in an essay. You don't have to write an essay. When you are brainstorming, you already have an idea what your essay would talk about or would do or would look like, what it's going to do, what it's going to say about your story. You don't always have to write the full story. Just like designing, you can design a model. You don't always have to program or code the model itself. So once you design and you understand the model and it looks perfect, that's when you start coding the system as a sample. And then when you code it as a sample, you do not have to release the final product or make the final product. You have to ask the Damelin user, call them again a few days later and say, come, can you confirm if you like this or if they want to make any changes? If the user likes it, then release the final product. Make sure that the system can adapt to multiple changes, such as handle future system updates. The same thing with WhatsApp. Make sure that when you design WhatsApp in 2014, in future, you never know. You'll end up doing, instead of just texting, you're going to end up doing WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp FaceTime, things like that. And after all these things that you have taken, now we have a student portal. Amazing. You get the idea of third year now, right? So experiential work learning, I don't know about that yet. Maybe Damelin will give us a job inside the campus, or they'll make us look for an internship. But all I can say is that third year is all about solving solutions, building solutions for businesses. That is what IT is all about. Building solutions for businesses, steps, things like that. So and you do understand how databases work, and you do understand a lot of things. So remember, first year, you get the idea what between data versus information. Data is puzzles, information is the full puzzle picture. And then second year is you get the idea of how databases work. What's more unique, the color and name of your car, or the number plate? It's number plate. And then third year, you understand that you can't just code something. You need to take steps, interview the person, design mind map, design a model for that system, and then after that you start coding it as a sample, and then ask the user if they like it, if they want changes, and then if they like it, release the final product. Even when the final product is released, it must accommodate, it must be able to update features and things like that. You already understand that we have to take steps to design and create a software, an application, and boom, we have a student portal. And then these are the career paths for the future. So if software developer, you have to build projects like websites, mobile apps, because that's what the software development community is all about. It's not just about education and experience. It's about making use of online resources and putting them into your own creative mindset. System analysts, that's what they do, interview users and design systems. I don't know if they do much of coding, but IT project managers, you already learned the skills of project manager. So I think with this one, you just need to start from the bottom and raise to the top. Even get trained, get certified. You can't just rely on your education. Also, try certifications of project manager and a lot of things into consideration. It's you do your research. Freelancing, you can become self-employed as an IT person. You don't need to work for anyone. That's the beauty of IT. Even if you're unemployed, you have a backup. You can create websites for not just your small crash and your small entrepreneurs, but also you can create websites for influencers, small-time young influencers. You can do so much because not everyone can afford these software development companies. You can be more affordable and more friendly Yeah, and it will make you a stronger person if you start freelancing compared to if you just work for someone. You know what I'm saying? To become a hacker, you just need to get certifications from online courses. Not always, but also try out your training from cybersecurity learnerships. Maybe visit the dark web. I didn't force you, I gave you an option. But yeah, I'm done, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. You have an understanding of IT now. You reached my level of how you view IT. For people who are first year or people who are not even doing IT, they don't know what IT is all about. So yeah, peace.